everyone, welcome back to Talk That Talk. So let's start out with Brandy. So unfortunately, there's some terrible news. So Brandy suffered from a seizure and is reportedly recovering in an LA hospital. And she then posted to social media thanking her fans for sending over love and light. Brandy also says that she's following doctor's orders and getting the rest she needs due to dehydration and low amounts of nutrition. So prayers over to Brandy. And we know we had talked about this before just previously. We spoke about Ray J, and due to him posting on social media about not wanting to be here anymore himself. So now his sister is going through medical issues. So hopefully this shifts his mindset, and hopefully, Brandy recovers and Ray J does better as well mentally. So prayers and well wishes out to them and their family. Now let's move on. So I want to talk about Young Miami really quickly because she went on Twitter and says that she had an announcement to share, okay? And it's so good that she wanted to cry. So what do you think Young Miami has in store? So fans are guessing it could be a brand deal. They're also pressuring her into dropping the album. So in the summer, we talked about this because Young Miami went live and she said that the album was done. But basically, it seemed like a timing thing. So I wonder when they will drop the album, because this was back when Beyonce dropped Renaissance in late July, okay? It is October. So I don't know when they plan on dropping this album. I don't know if they're waiting to have a huge hit single. I do not know what is going on with the City Girls and what's causing this big delay. Now let's talk about JT. So JT says that she's about to make a SoundCloud, and she actually gives us a snippet of a freestyle that she did. Let me play you the clip.
Bitches always in my business, JT, what you really do? I be at home playing fish by a swimming pool. I'm a real big dog, bitch, you a scrappy dude. Doing all that wifey shit, knowing he don't fuck with you.
So the freestyle mentions I'm playing fetch by the swimming pool, doing all that wifey-ish, knowing he don't mess with you. So fans think that this is a clapback at Cardi B back when they were going at it on Twitter, going back and forth, and Cardi B called JT a lapdog and said go fetch. Okay, basically claiming that she's a lapdog for Nicki Minaj. So they had a big blow up on Twitter not that long ago. JT claimed that she wrote this freestyle months ago, but fans were not buying it because it was just too specific to what Cardi B said. I mean, the whole dog picture thing by the swimming pool that was mentioned when they were going back and forth on Twitter, the whole going fetch thing, it was just too specific for the fans to really buy that she wrote this months ago. Fans were saying that she probably did write this months ago, but she added certain things to it that happened recently between her and Cardi B. Now let's move on to Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj, it is reported that she has submitted Super Freaky Girl to the 2023 Grammys. Okay, so do you think Nicki Minaj is going to take home a Grammy next year? I would be really excited to see it. Now, also wanted to send a little congratulations to Ari Lennox because she goes on Twitter and she shares that her Shea Butter Baby album, which is an amazing album, by the way. I like a lot of songs off of that album. It went gold. So congrats to Ari Lennox. And if you haven't listened to her new project, her new album, please do. Okay. She has some good songs on there. Please support your girl. Now, let's move on to 50 Cent. So 50 Cent and his son Marquise are still going at it. Marquise does an interview and says that he is still willing to put up the money to have a moment with his dad, some type of sit down or something. Let me play you the clip.
To sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like, we're both men at the end of the day. We should be able to agree and disagree and it not be a problem. He believes that, from his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like, it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship, and for me personally, like it's more so for the relationship, more than the money to me. Because if it's about the money, then I'm willing to put it up to make at least make the situation a little bit better, if possible. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the situation. If we do have a sit down, I don't necessarily know what to expect or what it looks like. But if it takes me paying him for his time, I'm more than willing to do that. Maybe we could just gain understanding of each other. Maybe we could understand each other a little bit better. Maybe that's what a better situation looks like. But I can't tell you exactly what it should look like or what it would look like. Because then that's like me being a kid again and just living in my dreams. You get older, you're more mature. You start thinking about things, and it's like you might have questions.
All right, so he's still willing to talk to his father and get a better understanding of each other, okay? But then 50 Cent trolls him, and he made a video clowning the fact that his son said $6,700 a month wasn't enough money in child support. And he says he's 25 years old. Why is he still talking about child support? And that he used to pay the mom $25K, but then she tried to ask for more money, and the child support was then dropped to $6,700. So let me play you what 50 Cent put out.
Really damage that bridge.
I had to rebuild my life over $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like
fuck, this nigga is crazy. You're 25 years old. Why you still talking about child support? I get $5,000 a year, but it was with me. That's why I took his mother to child support, because the bitch thought that she was supposed to get that much more, she wanted more. All that motherfucking nothing.
Look, said, look, you know I don't never ask for shit, man. But I was thinking, can nigga get a little extra $6,700 a month for the shit we been doing?
I'm gonna spend on fire up.
So, isn't this crazy? A man and his son are basically both going at each other on social media when they both should just get on the phone and talk about it and resolve it. So let's move on to Maya. So Maya speaks on the dark side of the music industry, and she talks about staying true to yourself, and she explained how she stayed guarded in her career and she didn't let anyone take her spirituality. You know, she just stayed true to herself and didn't change, which I think could explain why Maya seemed on top years ago, but it seemed like, you know, she kind of faded away. So it looked like she chose herself. So let me play you what she said.
Because it will be fed, whether it be your body image, what you need to change about yourself, how you need to sound, what you need to look like, how you need to dress, who you need to date, what you need to say. You grow into that. If you start early in any game without knowing who you are and being solid in some type of foundation, it's very dangerous for you as an individual. And you have to not be desperate. You have to be willing to say, I'm good, fuck you, and walk away, you know? But if contractually you have no options, that's a living hell.
It was very, very interesting, and it really makes you think about some of the celebrities who did fall into what she's talking about, you know? So does this make you think of any current artists today or who could like really benefit from hearing this message? Because it was really interesting to hear that from Maya, and I'm glad that she chose herself, and it definitely makes me an even bigger fan of Maya after hearing her explain all of this. Now lastly, I wanted to talk about Lil Baby. So Lil Baby did an interview, and he was talking about the girls. You know, he was asked about the type of women that he's into, what type of girl would he like, you know, and I think he's going to get back with Jada anyway. But he did talk about how, you know, he likes the thick girls, but now he's kind of into skinny girls more now, because a lot of people tend to have the big BBLs, and the BBLs are kind of like fading away. But he also talked about Ice Spice. He was asked, what did he think about Ice Spice canceling shows that she agreed to do for about 3-4K? And due to her song Munch blowing up, she actually wants to charge a lot more. Now, if you've been subscribed to the channel and you've been watching, you know we talked about this situation with Ice Spice a little while ago. She agreed to do shows for about 3-4K, but then she canceled them because I think she wanted to up her price to 15K or 17K, something like that. So Lil Baby weighed in on how he would have handled this.
The Munch girl, she's pretty cool. I want to ask you about this. She was getting booked for $3,000-$4,000, right? They canceled all of them because the song blew up. You think was that the right move? I'm not in the music business, so I don't know. Is that so? Like, if you get a song like Munch and it blow up, right? Your booking number's $3,000-$4,000. This blow up. Now you can really get a 20, 25. Do you just cancel them?
You go on and still rock out.
That's what I think. I would have
canceled the show.
Right.
We're going to rock out because it's still only one song.
Right.
I don't care how big it is. It's still only one song.
Powerful. And you need them promoters.
You need all that shit the same like the street.
Right.
One promoter tell the next promoter, the next promoter tell the next promoter.
Right.
Everybody know everybody.
Now here's where this way you get innovative at. If I were her, I would have said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this show for 4,000, but you got to give me.
So what do you guys think about that whole situation? I mean, my opinion before was that she should have did those shows that she agreed to do for the 3-4K, and then anybody new who tried to book her going forward, she should have upped the price then. And Little Baby definitely brought up a good point about how party promoters, they all know each other and people talk, and it definitely can, not be so good as far as booking more gigs and stuff like that. So that is all I have for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.